In Washington state, Democratic lawmakers are pushing for a ban on assault weapons. Let's bring in KTTH Seattle Talk radio host Jason Rantz. Jason, great to see you. I love this op-ed, for this piece from your op-ed. It says, quoting here, Washington Democrats ban hyper-masculine guns while freeing criminals, going on to say, these lawmakers do not care that they're making life less safe for all of us. Indeed, the same lawmakers banning weapons are implementing policies to keep violent criminals out of jail. I mean, it's spot on, Jason.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And that's really what's going on here. They are banning guns that are scary looking to them. They're banning guns that they've never even seen photos of, let alone held or understand what they do. But certainly at the end of the day, they're banning guns that are not being used in crimes here in Washington state. They talk about how they're interested in stopping gun violence, but the gun violence is being committed by the very criminals that they're keeping out of jail. They're using handguns that are usually stolen. So they're not really serious about stopping crime. They're just serious about getting one step closer to their ultimate goal of banning guns.
Yeah, and nationwide, of course, we know that 94% of all gun crimes are committed with handguns. I want to move on. Washington state passing a bill that says if a minor runs away from home, they can get gender-affirming care without parental consent, and they don't have to tell their parents where these kids are. I mean, this is baffling to me, Jason.
It's not just baffling. I'll be honest. I find this to be evil. I think they're breaking up families intentionally. Look, there is a lot to be said about making sure kids who feel like they're transgender or have gender identity issues are treated with respect and compassion. But this is not it. There is no part of this bill that says a kid has to allege, even just allege abuse in the household. They simply can run away, not be told where they are, and get free gender-affirming care, which includes surgical interventions. This is clearly meant to break up families, and the Democrats here are targeting kids who are the most vulnerable.
Yeah, it's amazing. Here's a young liberal activist going after a Turning Point USA event at the University of Washington. Watch.
Yeah, no, you just support the genocide of trans kids and you want everyone to support it, though? Yeah, no, you do.
That is such an assumption.
That's such an assumption, right, with all of the right.
What is anti-trans on the table?
You're TPUSA, you dumb whatever. My campus is not.
I mean, it's just one more example, Jason, of how, conservative groups on college campuses across the country are, they're fair game.
Absolutely. But what's most troubling is that there will be no consequences for that person because they are emboldened to do just that. Not just at UW, but at schools all across the country. They are backed up by administrators who believe that words are violence, and simply holding a different viewpoint than you is justification for this kind of behavior because it poses some kind of threat. But the second they get into the real world, they'll find out pretty quickly that actually it's okay to disagree with each other, and that's not how you act as an adult.
Yeah, robust debate is where you come to some communication, some ends. Jason Rantz, great to see you as always. Thank you. Meantime, the air